Narrowing down a field of prospective buyers, the old St. Peter Fire Hall has a new owner. Sue Martinez explains what the new addition will bring to St. Peter.
After 6 months of discussion, the city of St. Peter has decided the old St. Peter Fire Hall will be the new home of Tremendous Brewing. According to city documents, St. Peter planners factor in the opportunity for downtown and retail growth in the area.
Well, the art center and other things, and so kind of adding to that, I think, helps all of them. That continuity, that ability to be in kind of the same basket together really helps them focus and helps people from our community and other communities come and really understand what our niche is and what they can do for fun and entertainment within St. Peter.
Other proposals were considered, including an Islamic center and another brewery-bakery hybrid brought forth by Local Brewing Company in partnership with River Rock Kitchen and Baking Company. City officials say they were all good options.
That is not to say that something else couldn't also be a good fit, but at some point these folks are elected to make tough decisions, and this was one of those decisions that, while they might not all agree on, they were all very passionate about what their position was, but all very respectful of each other's position and came to a methodical, thoughtful, clear conclusion. And so that's where we are today.
The decision came Monday night after St. Peter City Council voted 5-2 in favor of selling the building, which is located at 227 Mulberry Street, for $300,000. In St. Peter, Sofia Martinez, KEYC News Now.
In its decision, the council notes it is committed to finding a permanent home for the Muslim community in St. Peter. The St. Peter Volunteer Fire Department was established in 1869. It is still an all-volunteer agency.